Libra, welcome back to Distilled Tarot. My name's Shannon. I'll be guiding you through today's reading. This is going to be our weekly reading for May 23rd through the 29th. Let's see what's going on with Libra. The heart of your reading, we have the Star. This is destiny, hope, healing. And the Ten of Cups here at the bottom of the deck, you really want to find your happiness. You want to find the happiness that you're destined for. Very dreamy energy, very Neptunian, magical sort of energy. What's the challenge? Six of Cups in reverse. Okay. When we really crave the dream, sometimes it's easy to get lost in a fantasy. And the Six of Cups reversed is the energy of, I want to say like realism, pragmatism. It's taking the fantasy and grounding it in reality. That's the challenge right now. Now, another layer of meaning of how that might be playing out in your situation right now. You might be craving a reunion with an ex. But your version of how that might play out might be overly idealized, and it's possible that there's a solution, a way to reconcile, but it would require kind of letting go of some of the elements of fantasy in how you want to see things happen. Your focus is the Queen of Pentacles, this nurturing energy, this let me take care of the situation. Let me help you. Let me soothe you. Let me heal you. If this is relationship related, you're focused on taking care of someone else. The Queen of Pentacles is also the mother of the deck for me, and this feels like it might be, if you're a mother, if children are involved here, you might be focusing on wanting an ideal outcome for your kids, and you see your efforts as almost like, don't tell my kids they can't dream that big. Don't spoil the dream for them. You don't want to dash their hopes or tell them they can't dream that big, or anyone else to tell them that. Show me the recent past. What led up to this for Libra? Page of Wands in reverse. Apathy, loss of interest. Not finding the right thing for you, Chariot in reverse. This could be like I'm not interested in going to work at that job. I would rather call off work sick and imagine owning my own private island and flying there in my private jet or my own helicopter and having servants bring me Mai Tais on my own private beach. It feels like there's quite a chasm between this, the energies I'm picking up on. It's like this avoidant energy with the Page of Wands reversed. Feels like, oh, nothing around me is in accordance with the fantasy that I should be living. Now the Chariot in reverse lends some credence to that. Like, whomever is feeling that way, whether it's you or a child in your situation or someone else who's close to you, there's a kernel of wisdom there. There's a nugget of truth, because they're not in alignment with, like, wherever they are, whatever they're meant to be motivated toward, it's not in alignment with their higher truth. Like, if it's, I don't want to go to that job anymore, it's because it's not the right job for you. It's that sort of energy. I mean, avoidance isn't necessarily a solution, but it doesn't feel like avoidance that should be overcome. The real problem here feels like what you want is too far away at the moment. That's why I was kind of like describing like a billionaire's existence. Not to say that some of you might not be billionaires, but it's like what you're trying to manifest needs to come from a place of believing that it's possible. Without the belief that it's possible, the whole mechanism of manifestation kind of falls apart a little bit. So there's something about either really truly convincing yourself that it is truly possible to live that private island life, then it'll start appearing. It'll start becoming true. You'll be on a path to living that life. Or resetting your expectations from escapism into this fantasy world to, I mean, if that's your story, then like finding the Six of Cups reversed, finding see, I really hesitate to tell anyone to dream smaller because that's not the essence of what's being conveyed to me. It's more like there's an amazing destination. It's like there's an amazing destination here, and you're aiming like off here somewhere, where if you'd take your focus and aim it more at what's possible, you'd get there. Like you'd be there. Or whomever is the one dreaming the dream, if it's you or someone else. The challenge is resetting expectations to a degree that will allow the reality to happen. Let me put it in a more like, in a way that would fit the energy that I'm feeling. It's almost like the fantasy is I live on Neptune. I am an alien and I live on Neptune and I drink lava. And that's how I subsist. And it's like, well, that might be your happy place to fantasize about. And there's a place for that sort of nonsensical fantasy. It can fit into a very healthy outlook. But this is about like setting establishing a dream, like a guiding light that you're heading toward. That's a dream. It's a little less fantasy and a little more, I believe that I can make that a reality for me in this lifetime. The energy of your environment is the Ten of Cups. Your ideal emotional fulfillment is possible. That's what Spirit is guiding you toward now. Not later, not 10 years from now, not in some other lifetime. Now. Show me the near future. Divine intervention, something sudden and unexpected, the Tower in reverse. Tell me more. What is going to come in suddenly and unexpectedly? How is the divine going to intervene? They're going to make you look up. Four of Cups in reverse. It's an unmistakable, unmissable opportunity. It's going to come in with like a flashbang sort of energy so that you can't miss it. You would have otherwise been very engrossed and your senses just filled with whatever it is that you're paying attention to. Spirit's going to come through like lightning, like a bolt from the blue, in a way that makes you look up and see it. It's going to be an opportunity, and it's something that's going to lead you to your Ten of Cups. Your surprise energy is the Fool in reverse. Well, you might be feeling like going after this dream of yours would be too big a risk, that you would need to leave too much to the unknown, and that's why you're keeping it a fantasy. So if that's the case for you, then something's going to happen that is going to make it much more clear that it's a measured risk, a calculated risk, something to mitigate the risk factor and make you much safer, make you see the path ahead as much safer. That's the missing piece to the puzzle, I think, is like you may be allowing this desire of yours to continue on as a fantasy because you can't see the path between where you are now and where you fantasize about being. Something's going to become much, what's the right word for this? It's easier, but it's more nuanced than that. There's a level of understanding, it feels like. You're going to understand something about the first leg of the journey. Someone has some knowledge or some wisdom or some experience that they're going to share with you. This could be through reading an article or watching a video. It could be through like watching something on social media. It could be through meeting with someone face to face and them sharing an experience with you. But it's going to help unlock this understanding or knowledge about like, oh, I never realized that I never realized you could apply for a grant, free money, in order to open a business. Or I never realized that I could apply to be an apprentice on a cruise ship and get free room and board and like without any experience. There's something about like what you really dream of that you think is unattainable, and there's going to be some piece of information that falls in place that makes you realize, oh, I actually would know how to start walking toward that destination now. Show me hopes and fears. Eight of Pentacles reversed, Three of Swords. This could be a professional dream of yours. If that's the case, then this is sitting pretty strongly in the fear category, because I see it as trying really hard and putting a lot of effort in and it not being enough, and that breaking your heart. Like, it's almost safer keeping it as a fantasy because then you don't have to fail. You don't give yourself the opportunity to fail. But remember, that's your fear poking in here. So, the end result, we have the Chariot. You're going to find your way. You're going to come into alignment with everything that's pointing you in the direction of your ideal emotional fulfillment, a greater measure of happiness for you. Chariot is forward momentum because you've realized what direction to head. Show me advice for Libra. How can they work with these energies for their highest and best good? Nine of Wands in reverse. Well, this talks about what you need to give up, what you need to quit. Something that you feel tied to or obligated to. It's saying that there is a way out before you think that there is. Like, the Nine of Wands reversed is like, you don't have to carry this across the finish line in some respect. There's something that you envision, like, I need to take this all the way to the Ten of Pentacles before I can complete my obligation and be done with it. Advice, Nine of Wands reversed, is saying, oh, rethink that. There's a way to end it earlier, or there's a way, they want me to say now, like there's a way to end it now. Now-ish, can I say, as like an asterisk? No, they want me to say now. There's a way to end it now. That's the way Spirit wants it to be conveyed. There's something that you feel like can't end, and Spirit is saying, no, it definitely can, and it can end now. I don't have a clear indication of what might need to end here in your reading. So I'm going to leave it to you to determine and decipher how that fits your situation. Libra, I hope that helped. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you back tomorrow for the dailies. Bye.